you, sir.
You want to learn from me?
Well, I wanted to answer. I feel like it goes for
These are like all these are like the anti-feminist women's squad with Andrew Tate, right?
both.
They talk for 3 hours. God, dude. I don't know what this is. Should we look at this a little bit?
Any money. Find a 9 to 5, work regular, save your money, learn to cook.
Oh my God, there's British women in this too. I really don't want to listen to this. There's British people in this? No shot.
Of time without devaluing herself because she is people she shouldn't be.
Also, what happened to Brittany Renner? Like, she's now alpha dog, brain pilled, red pilled. Is that what was happening with her? There was a time and place where we were supposed to have her on the broadcast, like where she ripped into the Fresh and Fit fools, and now she's over here. I don't know, but she's a baddie. I mean, yes, we all know that. That's like universal truth. I basically want to catch like a good one in here. You know what I mean? Like, the women don't need men.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So
are any of these women like actually feminists or what? Andrew Tate destroys feminists, so she's the feminist? Is that what it is?
obviously, back then for survival, women needed a man. Otherwise, when they were pregnant, they could die and all of these things, they would perish. In today's society, given evolution, given the fact that as women we can go and get men. Yeah, but I'm not saying that. Isn't there a glitch between what is actually happening and the nature of what we have in our bodies? I think that's probably the conflict that we're having right now.
Glitch in what way?
In the sense that women don't feel like they need men in the most physical sense, perhaps naturally.
It's very interesting. Women don't feel like they need men in a physical sense because life is soft, but it's because you still need men by proxy. One and two.
Dude, that's so funny. These takes are awesome. It's like, it's because society is soft now. It's like, first of all, you have the tightest jeans I've ever seen on, okay? I don't want to hear from you wearing literally the tightest fucking athleisure looking fake khaki, not really khaki, actually sweatpants jeans, okay? This is the sluttiest thing you could wear while still not actually looking good, okay? And they're capris too. So shut the fuck up. That's number one. Number two, 4% spandex Andy. Number two, the idea that like society is soft now and like we got to go back to hard body society. Very weird. The fuck do you mean? It's like, oh man, I hate the technological improvements that I take advantage of on a daily besis because it's made women not reliant on men. Get better, dude. Find a way to be better in this modern day and age. Okay, how about that? Instead of complaining that society has made it so that like you can't defend females from the apex predators when they walk out of the cave. I love the cute little orange slices Tate's been munching on. Those are mandarins, my friend. Even I know that.
Two, the second life gets difficult, you very quickly learn how much you need men. But women will go, I'm an independent, I don't need no man because I have an OnlyFans and men pay my OnlyFans, and if anyone comes up to me, I'll call a male police officer. I don't need men. Shut up, you idiot. Of course you do. You just named your whole life is based on men. The road you're driving on was paved by a man. The house you're living in was built by a man. The car you're driving was designed.
This is so odd. It's like taking the hyper individualist take under capitalism and turning it into men versus women. Like, I've heard this so many times, right? Like, I've heard it so many times. It's true. Like, these roads were paved by people, they're workers in general. But like, he takes that and flips it on its head and says like, it's men that made all of this. And it's like, okay, well, women played a role in all of that societal development, I don't know if you know this, but like, you didn't get birthed from a cock. A man didn't just shit you out.
Designed by a man. Your whole life depends on men. And the second anything bad were to happen to you, the second you were physically threatened, or times were to get hard, or war were to start, or famine, or riots, the first thing...
Like, all bad things, again, it's like, if all these bad things were to happen, you'd be needing men real hard. It's like, yeah, but like, we should probably avoid that. You know what I mean? Those are bad things. Why is it that like men are only useful in moments where there's like really awful shit happening? You're not making a good ass argument for men right now. It's like, yeah, only men can protect you from other men doing awful things that men regularly do. But those are good things now because, men are doing it and men are infallible.
What you do is find a big strong man, shit yourself, and throw the feminism out the window. Feminism goes out the fucking window the second that the snow needs shoveling, or there's a broken down car, or the tire needs changing. Then all that crap vanishes. It's garbage. And this is the very interesting thing. I'll make a point here, which is going to get me canceled again, but I don't give a but this is the point. Feminism in and of itself can't...
Yeah, bro. chirping this much, not very manly. I'm just going to say it. Chirping this much while wearing the tightest capri jeans I've ever seen in my entire life, dude. Sorry. It's cool though. It's yet another example of like people, often very dumb people, will override the aesthetics when they are hyper focusing on the words that are coming out of his mouth. He's already basically presented himself as like the alpha dog. So people don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Common shaming and bullying for his looks. Bro, come on. He's like the biggest bully. We need to have fun with this a little bit.
Can't be defended. Any idea, the point of an idea is that it can be defended by the people who believe in it. This has been the whole point of war since the dawn of time. It doesn't matter if it was the Christians against the Hindus. It doesn't matter if it was the Germans against the French. There were people who had ideas and ideologies, and they're prepared to fight each other to defend their ideology. Feminism is an ideology which cannot be defended by feminists.
Wait, that's so funny. It's like you're giving like the worst examples. Like these are all, we have overcome that. Like we're in 2022. No one is thinking that like all those prior wars were actually really good. Why are you making the worst argument for men? Like you could have just gone with like men have worked really hard to build civilization, you know what I mean? Build the roads and stuff. That was fine. But now you're like, men are constantly shit up. They're constantly fighting against one another. It's like the reverse side of like the feminist radlibs where they're like, if a woman was president, there would be no war. It's like, no, there still would be war.
The only people who could defend feminism are the men who subscribe to the garbage. If all the feminists were to get in a line and say, we want feminism, and the conservative men were to get in a line, you would learn very quickly it's bullshit. I had a friend in Afghanistan.
I mean, this is literally might is right over and over again. Might is right. Might is right. Meanwhile, you're not a caveman, dog. Like, it's so stupid. Let's hear the buddy of mine in Afghanistan.
When Taliban kicked America out. And he told me the Americans were telling the girls they could go to school. So they built all these girls' schools, and they put the Afghanistani Defense Forces there, and they funded the Afghanistani Defense Forces to protect these schools. You had American satellites, you had night vision goggles. Taliban were afraid to attack. America leaves. Now you have Afghani defense forces. They're basically blind. They don't have satellites anymore. Don't have night vision, whatever. So now it's a real war.
There ain't no way this motherfucker is about to say that what the Taliban is doing is wrong when they're just doing more of the things that he's advocating for. There ain't no way he's about to just say that the Taliban is wrong for not letting women go to school when he simultaneously is like basically advocating for that. Hold up.
The men are standing next to this girls' school. The Taliban are coming. You're some dude. You're standing there, and you're looking at this girls' school going, I don't really give a fuck if girls go to school. Bounce. And you didn't fight. So that's why they all gave up and Taliban took over so quickly. And when I said this, the girls like, yeah, they should have fought for us, feminism. Why don't the women fight?
Can I ask?
Oh, wait, the women can't defend their own idea. You need men to defend feminism. So that's why the whole thing is stupid.
So
wait, I don't get it. Why does he even want? I guess he didn't really, to be fair, he didn't really give a take on whether or not it's good or bad that the women can no longer go to school. So I think maybe we can infer that he thinks it is a good thing that the Taliban are not allowing little girls to go to school no more.
Second, men don't defend it. It just fails as a ideology. It's garbage.
May I tell you something now? So this is the thing. This is when we assume that women perhaps don't have the physical or even mental ability to go to a war. Wait. Because this is the thing. For example, in Ukraine, a lot of women took up arms. And in fact, I'm Angolan. Wait. I'm Angolan. I'm Angolan. And
don't lie.
Listen.
To the people at home.
Wait, no worries. I'll talk about my personal story.
Go to war? You want to fight the front lines?
Let me tell you something. This is the thing. I think it's also really like silly to assume that, for example, a woman, because she didn't go to school, she'll not be as intelligent.
That's why Andrew Tate is an anti-communist, because he saw all those female snipers from the USSR and was like, they were killing the Nazis. All these women would get rifles and they'd be sharpshooters and they'd be killing the Nazis, and I don't like that. Like, there are plenty of instances where women have also played a fundamental role in both like supportive roles, but also like in the in the front lines as well. I mean, look at the Kurdish militias all around the Middle East. Like, there's plenty of instances where women are also taking up arms and shit. Original women were added to the U.S. Army as a joke, but they were more courageous than the men when they hold their own, obviously. Yeah, no one tell them about the night witches that had Germany shitting bricks in their bombing sprees. Yeah, I mean, in the North Vietnamese army, there were women that were working. Women have always participated in war. It's not like it's a good thing. War is not a good thing in general, but like there are certainly a shitload of examples of women, you know, in the front lines.
Intelligent as a man, therefore naturally a woman is not intelligent. No, it doesn't make sense. If we're now starting to normalize equality and we want to put everybody in the forefront, give a woman a
Who's
gun.
normalizing equality?
Well, that's what people are wanting. Then that's
People
the case.
like who?
Let me tell you, Auntie.
Who wants to normalize equality? People like who? Feminists. Who else
No,
wants to?
I want. Well, actually, no equality. I want respect. That's really what I
What's
want.
stopping you from getting respect?
Exactly.
No,
I get respect.
I get respect. I get respect.
So,
That's
you
what I
just
want.
said
That's
you
what I
want
like.
respect.
What I think is,
You don't even know what you want.
I'll tell you what I
don't know
want.
what you want. You want
As a
equality
woman, I
and you
carry
want
myself
respect.
differently. I actually hold the things that I have done in the fights that I fought. I hold it. That's why when you speak to me, I don't move different. I move different to many of the girls. That's why when you talk to me and you argue with me, I don't take
argue
it.
with
You do
I tell
sometimes.
you.
And I'll
I don't
tell you
argue.
something. A lot of women may have the accolades to be somebody, but they are uncomfortable to own that. And the reason why, then I would like to ask you, for example, I do need a man, for example, to, you know,
Wait, she's not. I thought she was maybe like, she doesn't seem weird. She seems kind of normal. Are one of these ladies like a feminist? Is she a feminist? Or I guess what is portrayed as a feminist here? Even though she is kind of like saying that, you know, I deserve, I earn my respect or something, which is like, you know, you should just still, she's like, as a woman, I earn the praise for my behavior, but it's like still kind of weird. No, like everyone should get that. Like men get it. They don't have to for it. Let's be real. If we're gonna think about it from the same like dynamic between like men and women, and get a level of respect across the board, or a level of amenities across the board for being men that women have to like earn.
Procreate. But other than that, I'm quite strong, and I would find a way to protect myself differently. With that mentality, what would be the man that would be for me then?
Denava, what would you do if one of these security guards broke into your door?
What would I do? Okay, I'll tell you.
What would you do? What would you? No, seriously, there's no guns here.
She's a feminist.
I'll tell you. No, I'm not a feminist.
It's just so weird. It's like man has supposedly, I think, evolved away or tries to evolve away from the might is right type violence, right? In this day and age, especially when we have weapons, it's kind of like a stupid point. On this planet, if your only argument is like, I'm a man and I will protect you from like other men that want to like kill you or whatever, you kind of got nothing. It's dumb. It's dumb as
Feminist.
I'm
not a feminist. I'm a bit smarter.
Okay,
Either I play dead, one. Yeah.
Okay, they see you're not dead.
It's okay.
They
No,
see
I'd
you
be like
breathing.
this. And then if not, maybe I would kind of like be very gentle and comply to find a way to get out of it.
So
If they want to come and kill me, there's not much that many people can do.
Let's make an important point. You're talking about equality equaling respect. The way you get respect is...
Okay, what if the guy has a gun? Like, this is so... These hypotheticals are so dumb. You know what I mean? Like, this hypothetical is not how you operate your life. Like, you can't operate your life on that. Oh, in a self-defense style situation, you need a man there. It's like, okay, well, what if the woman is Ronda Rousey? Okay, what if the woman is like that cyborg woman who everybody was talking about, like how she was cheating or some shit? Like, oh, here's a hypothetical situation that I'm using to draw your attention away from an overarching argument. Here's a in my hypothetical situation, I win. Okay, well, what about, dude, what are you supposed to do? Craft a counter hypothetical where you win?
As a woman is by being feminine. There's nothing, we can be equal and very, very different. I'm not saying that when there's not equality, but you've confused equality with the same. You can be equal with completely different things. You can have a bishop and a knight on a chessboard. They're equal in terms of points, but they do different things, right? A woman can have equal respect to a man if she is very good at being a woman, and a man gets respect for being very good at being a man. When a woman decides she wants to act like a man, or a man wants to act like a woman, that's where all gets up. We try and pretend it's all the same. It's not the same. Men and women are good at different things. We have different strengths, different weaknesses. There's nothing wrong with accepting that. There's nothing wrong with saying, I'm a woman, I'm good at X, he's a man, he's good at Y. Then we work together as a team, we have a beautiful family, we're happy forever. It's only confused where you have women who sit and go,
yeah, I don't think he's seeing that. I don't think that's happening for him. Yeah, the question the person asks is beyond stupid. Anyone in this situation is either going to act on it or not act on it. Gender is irrelevant. Exactly. That's why I said entirely dependent. It is entirely dependent on the circumstances. How is he wrong? Please explain. Dude, your name is Kant Osman, okay? You said commentate W. If you're the type of dude that spams commentate W in a chat, I'm pretty sure in a self-defense style situation, you're going to get ass fucked, okay? Depending on what the guy wants to do with you, you are that person's pet now. Okay, this is not a man or woman thing. It's just what is within the bounds of reason, okay? What do you have? Can you actually defend yourself? This has nothing to do with being a woman. That's why I gave you the hypothetical where it's like, okay, well, what if it's fucking Ronda Rousey? The idea that like all girls are weak and dumb and all men are strong and powerful is stupid. there is truth to this, right? Like that's why women are more likely to be assaulted by a man, and therefore like that kind of the whole parking lot situation that we've talked about before, where it's like a literally threatening scenario. Making inferences off of that is really stupid, like larger gender role inferences. Assuming that every woman, regardless of their skill set, is going to be bad at a particular task, and every man, regardless of their skill set, is going to be good at a particular task, is stupid. That's it. That's my point. But it's also at the heart of like conservative thinking. Don't think about things in a nuanced way and try to go into, previously thought out, well-defined, narrow boxes and think about the world through that lens. It'll make it easier for you. That's literally what he's trying to do. This is what he always does. And a lot of people fall for it.
Oh, no, because in the name of equality, we can fight in war. There's no women on the front line in Ukraine. That is psyop bullshit. They put some chick there dancing around doing Pokemon dances to try and convince men to go die in a ditch. It's garbage. If you go to the front line of Ukraine right now, you do not see women in their makeup and their manicures. You see men in the freezing cold dying.
Wait, what? I mean, also not true. I mean, there are plenty of women that are dying in the front lines of Ukraine too.
You know where the women are? Dubai, chilling. That's where the women are. So to sit and pretend that women are just as capable physically as men is a lie. It's delusion. To say that you're as strong as men is delusion. You are good at other things. You're better than men at a lot of things, but it's not the physical world. And the unfortunate reality about life, this is what we're saying when I was saying earlier that feminism goes out the window when things get hard. The harder the world gets, the closer it gets to the baseline of humanity. The unfortunate baseline of humanity is violence. Yeah. That's what happens if all the electricity were to go out and all the police were to quit, this would become a violent place very quickly, and there would be zero feminists left. Zero. You would all need men. That's the bottom line of reality. That's the bottom line. So you have to understand as a woman and say, okay, I need a man who's good at being a man.
But one's saying that we don't need men in society. Of course we do. We're talking about relationships.
This is so dumb. Society's already violent. Okay? Incredibly violent. But if the power grid went out, we're anyway. What do you mean? This motherfucker is so ride or die for his little theories that he's like, this is what he's going to be doing when the power is out. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of men who would very easily turn this motherfucker into mincemeat, okay, as well, if the power went out. Like, what do you mean? That's an awful situation. It's done. It's like, yeah, okay, well, if a nuclear holocaust were to happen tomorrow, then, you would rely on all the men then. It's like, bro, what are you saying right now?
Yeah, you're strong. But the thing is, I can live my life as a woman and not need a man.
What's a woman?
Pearl, stop
like
it.
In my day-to-day life, I don't need a man to fix my car. I'll just go to the mechanic.
But listen, right?
But is the mechanic a man or a woman?
No. I'm saying yes, we need men in society, but in relationships, the only reason I actually need you is because I want you. I don't actually need you.
Do you know what?
I need you to procreate. Yes, I.
Yeah, it's so funny. It's like she's right though. Yeah, not every man knows how to fix a car. Again, you're relying on tropes. I'm almost certain that bitch ass Andrew Tate does not know how to fix an engine. If he did, good on him. That doesn't make him more manly. That just makes him someone who has interests, okay? It's so stupid. It is so incredibly stupid to be like, oh, you need a man when you need to fix your engine. It's like, yo, what are you talking about? Division of labor is very feminine. You're a man. You need to learn everything about every part of the world, about every part of the assembly line. That's what men are for. I, Andrew Tate, know how to make this Bugatti by myself with my bare hands because I'm a man.
I agree, but the thing is, I don't need you in my day-to-day life.
What if someone breaks into your house?
I'll just call the police.
Okay, what if they don't come? What if the average in the US it takes like 15
and give them everything.
In the US it takes like 15 minutes for them to get there.
But that's not realistic. That doesn't happen on a day-to-day life.
These two guys in your
is that what you're looking for in a man? Is that what it is? I don't get it. Like your goal in a successful, healthy relationship with a man in 2022 is like how well they can defend you in a self-defense style situation. Like this is so stupid. Who the fuck is factoring that in? Just get a dog, dude. Just get a dog, okay? What could possibly be happening in your life that you are constantly under threat of like assault, like under threat of like death squads breaking through your door like you're John Wick?